bad or something. All right, this is for you, Raishan, because somehow you got disconnected. We're on the back of the keyword outline. So we set it up for 1, 2, and 3 like this, and we drew a line here because we're going to only focus on Roman numeral 1 this week. But on the back, you have more notes. We're going to put the word subject and then Antarctica. And then I want you to put the word topics. Yes, Aurelio?
You need to record because you're gonna post it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'll post it on YouTube.
Oh,
All right. Okay. So now we don't know what our topics are yet about Antarctica. That's what the next step is, reading about that. So go ahead and find the article here. Go to page 93. This is about Antarctica. And remember how last time with the desert reptiles, you had three different articles, right? You had a whole article about the Sahara sand viper, and then you had a whole article about the Mojave rattlesnake, and then a whole article about the Gray's monitor. But this one is just one article. So now we have to figure out what are the possible topics for us to write about. We're going to read it, and then we're going to label the paragraphs in the article figure out what it's mostly about. Okay, so just listen and follow along with your eyes on your paper while I read. Antarctica is a continent of extreme cold. Twice as big as Australia, it is the fifth largest of the Earth's continents. Antarctica is almost completely covered by snow and ice. However, it is actually a desert with less than 4 inches of rain or snow each year. It is, in fact, the largest desert in the world. Wow. So I thought that the Sahara Desert was the Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert. This must be the largest desert in the whole world. That's crazy, but it's a cold desert. Let me keep going. Atop the land, snow has piled up over the centuries, forming thick ice sheets, huge glaciers, and towering icebergs. In many places, the continent is covered with ice over a mile, 1.6 kilometers thick. Scientists estimate that over 90% of all the ice on Earth is found in Antarctica. Due to warmer air and ocean temperatures, some scientists are concerned that Antarctica's snow and ice might melt. If all the ice in Antarctica were to melt, the sea levels would rise around 200 feet or 60 meters. Whoa, that would be kind of crazy. So after we read that paragraph, Aurelia, what do you think that paragraph is mostly talking about? I mean, I know it's talking about Antarctica, but what about Antarctica is it mostly talking about, would you say? What part of like what about Antarctica? You're muted, so I can't hear you.
uh, like talking about the ice in Antarctica.
Yes, you're right. It's definitely talking about the ice and how much ice there is and what happens to it if it melted. So over here on the margin, I want you to turn it to the side like this. And then I want you to write the word ice over here by the holes next to that paragraph. Just put the word ice. Can you see that okay?
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me turn this around. Maybe it's backwards. Let me see.
but why do you have to add that saying?
Okay, because we're going to label the paragraphs. What we're looking for is topics to put in our paragraphs. So the first paragraph is mostly about ice. So on the side of that, you're going to write the word ice, okay? I don't
Okay,
know why my, oh, maybe that's better a little bit. It's so much glare going on. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, I think Raishan's coming back in, so let me back in. Let him back in.
and why do you have to add that invisible sheet?
Yeah, because I have other classes and I use the same paper. That way I can erase it and keep it clean.
And then for the oh,
Yeah.
he's back. He's back.
Yeah. Hi, Raishan. You there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're on page 93 on the actual article, so make sure you get that out. I recorded this, so you can go back and listen to it if you need to, okay?
The article?
Yes, this is page 93
Yeah,
about Antarctica. Make sure you have that, okay?
I have Antarctica.
Okay, good. I'm going to read, so you're going to write the word ice next to that first paragraph because we read it and it's mostly talking about the ice in Antarctica. So just turn your paper to the side like that. Write the word ice in the margin, just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to read the next paragraph and you can tell me what you think that one's about. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was taken there in 1983, near the South Pole. Negative 128.6 degrees. So negative means it's colder than 0 degrees. It's way colder than 0 degrees.
Zero, wait, it's colder than 0 degrees?
Yeah, because you know how we sometimes, like right now, it's probably like 40 degrees outside, maybe 50 degrees. But the lower the number, the colder it is. And then you get to 0, and then it keeps going under 0, and it goes into the negatives under 0. So that's how cold it was. It was under 0 degrees. So that's how cold. Okay, I'm going to keep going right here. When blizzards occur, they usually do not bring new snowfall. They are caused by powerful winds over 100 miles per hour at times that blast old snow off mountain peaks. Winter and summer at the poles are both 6 months long. There is no spring or fall. So, what do you think, Aurelio? What do you think that paragraph's mostly talking about?
What's happening in Antarctica?
Like the temperature and the wind. I would call that weather. When we talk about the weather, we talk about is it windy? Is it rainy? Is it sunny? So I would say that's talking about the weather. So next to that bottom paragraph down here, I want you to write the word weather.
Okay.
At the very bottom of that page next to the holes on the side there. That paragraph is talking about the weather in Antarctica.
Weather.
Yep, got it?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. Turn it over. There's more. All right. In these extreme conditions, few plants and animals can survive. There are numerous species of mosses and liverworts, but only two species of flowering plants, which grow in the summer and disappear at the beginning of winter. Those are plants, by the way. Those are names of plants. In or near the coastal waters, seabirds, such as king penguins, we know about those king penguins and emperor penguins, and snow petrels, that's a type of bird, have adapted to the harsh climate. Seals and whales are the only mammals found in Antarctica. Searching for food during the summer months, they escape the severe winds while swimming in the ocean. At the end of the summer, they migrate north to warmer regions and return again only when summer approaches. So, Raishan, what do you think that paragraph is mostly talking about?
The animals?
Yes, the animals. It did talk a little bit about the plants too. Did you notice that, like in the beginning about the plants? So let's put um, plants and then animals because it's basically talking about both. I agree with that. So put plants and animals there.
Everybody, we don't go.
Make sure it's at the top of that first, where that first paragraph is. Yes, Aurelio?
What is the liverwort?
Liverworts is a type of plant. Let me see if I can look it up really quick and show you a picture. that lives in Antarctica. Liverworts. It's a weird name, huh?
Mhm. Yeah. Wait, a liverwort?
It's liverworts. It sounds like it's a meat, but it's actually a plant. And this is what it looks like if you look in your, it's just a green leafy plant. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is. That grows in Antarctica. I don't know if you can eat it though.
It looks very cold.
Yeah, it's very cold there for sure. I lost my pen. Ah, here it is. Okay, I'm going to read the last paragraph and then you tell me what you think it is about. Okay, it's right here. Antarctica was first sighted in 1820 and probably first touched by Captain John Davis, a sealer who claimed to have set foot on the ice in 1821. Over the next 100 years, there were many expeditions to explore the continent, some of which resulted in serious injury and death. In 1902, the crew of the Scottish National Antarctic Expedition erected the first building out of rocks. Racing with Englishman Robert Scott, Norwegian Roald Amundsen, and his team reached the South Pole in 1911. Today, there are about 70 permanent research stations visited by scientists from over 30 different nations that have signed the Antarctic Treaty. During summertime, the population of researchers and tourists can reach 4,000 to 5,000 people. What do you guys think that one's about? What is that talking about?
What happened to Antarctica and when
Yeah,
it was
maybe
discovered?
how it got discovered, yes. So it talked about the people that discovered it. And it
Well,
also talked about how people still visit it today. Maybe we should call this one the people that go there. So I'm going to put people next to that paragraph. All right. So now go back to, and this is the part you missed, right, Sean? Because
uh-huh.
you disappeared for a second, but we finished writing the numbers for KWO and then on the back of that. So turn your KWO over to the back. The subject of your paper this week is Antarctica, and we were talking about the topics. Just like I did on the whiteboard with cats and dinosaurs, we're going to now figure out what topics are there about Antarctica. And what we did was read it and label it. And these become the topics. The first one was ice.
Okay.
Okay, so on your list here, next to topics, I want you to put ice. Because the first paragraph is talking about the ice on Antarctica.
Okay.
And then the next paragraph down here was weather. So let's make that write that word down. We're
Wait.
listing the things.
So like get another piece of scratch paper?
No, this is on the back of your keyword outline. So turn it over to the back side.
Okay, I did that.
Yep. So that's what you're writing. So you're going to put subject, colon, Antarctica, and then topics like I did on the whiteboard. Now we're going to look at what are the paragraphs about? Like what can we write about Antarctica? And so far we have ice and weather. So here on the actual article, that's where we labeled this. So you might have missed this part. Put ice at the first paragraph and then weather down at the bottom next to the second paragraph. And
Okay.
then on the back, we had plants and animals on the back
Okay.
and people. So we need to put that. Let's put plants and animals. That was in one paragraph. And then people. That was in another paragraph. So now we have our list.
Because I can't.
All right. Do you guys see where I got this
Thousand words
list?
to suggest your camera. Okay.
Give me a
I'm
thumbs up, Aurelia, if you got these written down. Ice, weather, plants and animals, and people. Do you have that written down on your
yeah.
paper? Okay. How about you, Raishan?
I'm still working on it.
Okay. So those are now your topics. And now you get to decide. We're going to do the first one together, and then the other paragraphs you're going to decide. But this week, you guys are writing the first paragraph of your paper. So, Aurelio, I need you to turn your camera on. I know Raishan is having an issue with his camera, so he's going to leave his off.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
okay. That's all right. Go ahead and circle ice in this list. Okay, did you write it down, Raishan?
um I'm still working on weather and then plants and animals.
Okay. So this week, you're going to write only one paragraph because this took a while to get set up. But your paragraph is going to be all about the ice in Antarctica, only about the ice in Antarctica, okay?
Okay.
So go back to your article here, and you see this paragraph that we labeled ice right here. Whoops, let me zoom out. I think I'm too close. Hang on a second. There. I want you to just put a box around just that first paragraph. It starts with at the top here, Antarctica is a continent, and it ends before the next indent right here. This
Yeah.
indentation is telling us it's another paragraph. So we're not going to put a box around that one, only this one.
Okay, so I put a box
Yeah, do
around
you
the
see where
building.
my box goes?
Yeah.
So where it says the coldest temperature, don't include that in your box. It goes right
I
above
know.
that. Okay,
Okay,
so your box goes around that first paragraph.
I did it.
Okay, good. So then on your outline, your first topic is about the ice in Antarctica. So we're going to put Antarctica first. Antarctica, comma, ice, comma, blank. Because we can have three words, remember?
Hmm.
So this whole paragraph is only going to be about the ice because that's the topic that we chose. So this is how you do research when you don't really know what your topics are going to be and you maybe you read the book and you go, okay, well this chapter is about this and that chapter is about that. Then you choose which topic you want to write about for your paragraph, and that's like what we did today.
Hmm.
Okay, the first paragraph was about ice. Now we're going to make our first paragraph about ice. But we are going to summarize, which means we're only telling some, SOME, of what we read. We're only going to tell 5 facts about ice. So
Okay.
now, back to this. I'm going to give you guys some time to read this by yourself because we already read it, but read it by yourself, just this paragraph about ice, and
Hmm.
underline 5 facts about ice from this box right here. So you're going to do that by yourself. Go through and look, see what part you want to include in your paragraph. Now you're looking for things that are interesting to you and important.
Okay.
So those are the two things you're looking for as you're underlining facts about ice. Okay, so get your pen or your pencil, look through here and underline 5 different facts about the ice, and then let me know when you're done.
Okay. Here's the motion.
Did you find 5 things? Aurelio? Okay, good. So tell me the first thing you underlined, Oreo.
Not sure if I actually underlined five. Hmm.
What's the first fact that you thought was interesting in that paragraph?
Twice as big as Australia, and
Hmm.
it is the fifth largest of Earth's continent.
Okay. So let's stop there just for a second. Did you notice that that one sentence actually has two facts in it? It's talking about the size compared to Australia. That's one fact. And it's talking about it's the fifth largest of all the continents. So that's an example of you could actually split that up between two lines on your keyword outline, or you can choose one or the other of those facts because they're both basically talking about how big it is, right? So, which what part of that sentence do you want to use in your paper about how that it's twice as big as Australia or that it's
It's
the fifth largest
twice
one?
as big as Australia.
Okay, I like that too. So, right here for you, and I'm going to do yours in a second, right, Sean? For number one, you would say twice big and Australia. That one's pretty easy because you got your three words there. Remember, you can have
Um,
three words.
can I go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
What's another
the
thing?
is the largest desert in the world?
Oh, yeah. Largest desert in the world. Yep. I like that. We could just do those three words.
Hmm.
Largest desert world. That's a good one.
Um, in many places, the continent is covered in ice with over a mile, uh, 1.6 kilometers thick.
Okay. So I don't think we need the parentheses, the 1.6 kilometers, because we measure in miles. So how could we put that on number three? How it's covered with ice over a mile thick.
Wait, what? What did you guys write down?
Okay, hold on. I'm asking Aurelio something here, but you can copy this if you need to.
100 miles thick?
Covered mile thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could put like an ice cube maybe so you remember the word ice or an eye so you
Mhm.
know it's yeah, covered. I would put 1 mile
Oh, I forgot to write it down.
thick and then maybe an ice cube. I'm gonna put little squiggly lines next to it so we know it's cold. That's an ice cube. But if you have a different way to draw that, you can draw it your way too.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
draw it 3D.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Raishan, since you went to the bathroom, what we're doing is looking at what you underlined. So these are the things that Aurelio underlined, and he's transferring now the facts that he underlined from the paper onto his outline. So
Okay.
you can copy these down, or if you have something different underlined, you can write what you underlined. Does that make sense?
Um, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So while Aurelio's working on that, let me just ask you, Raishan, what was the first thing that you underlined up here in your article? What did you underline? The first thing.
Desert, desert with less than 4 inches of rain or snow each. Um, 4 inches of rain or snow each year.
Okay. So that can be your fact that you write down. I was just working with Aurelio, so if you copied his, that's okay. But you can add. Now do yours, okay? So whatever you underlined, whatever facts you want to include, I want you guys to write in all the way to five. So look at the things you underlined and turn it into your keyword outline. Use 3 words, numbers, symbols, abbreviations. Those are all free. And you're going to look at what you underlined. Okay, Raishan?
Okay.
So going back to that, Raishan, how would you put that in your outline? That the desert has less than 4 inches of rain or snow each year. How would you write that in 3 words with symbols?
Hmm. I kind of wrote all the various things I wrote, and and I wrote twice big Australia, largest desert world, and covered mile thick.
Okay.
And that's free. And I have two more. And my four is scientists made that over 90 percent of
Yep.
all the ice on Earth is found in Australia.
That's Antarctica.
Oh, Antarctica.
There you go. Good. Let's do that for number 4 for you. Okay. So how would you write that on your outline? That's a lot to fit in there. Um, 90%, do you know how to write that as a number?
Her no.
Well, you know the number 90, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do 90 like that. And then percent looks like this. It's like a little zero and a sideways line and then a little zero. Have you ever seen a percent written like that before? Looks like this. And that means percent. Can you see that? It's got a little zero, a line, and a little zero. You got that right
Yeah.
then? Okay, that means percent. So you can start with that.
Okay, 90%. 90%. Um, Earth.
Okay. Maybe draw an ice cube.
Yeah.
Maybe draw a little ice cube. And then I like that idea. Do Earth next. Earth. And then what?
What happened?
What do we put after Earth?
Um,
You have 90% an ice cube, Earth. You have room for 2 more words.
huh.
Look at that sentence you underlined.
Earth. Um, let me see where I'm at. Where I'm at. Kind of lost. Oh yeah.
You-
Earth found,
Yes. And
and then Antarctica.
yes, you got it. Antarctica. All right.
I can't. I kind of ran out of space after I did found.
Oh, on your outline, you ran out of space?
What do I do?
Okay. I guess you can either turn your paper to the side a little bit, and if you need to write sideways over here, that's okay. Or you can just abbreviate Antarctica and put ant with a dot. Either way. So you know what it says. All right. So Aurelio, did you write down some more facts on your outline?
Yeah.
What did you get?
Um, 90% Earth, ice, Antarctica,
Okay.
Antarctica, and if ice, all the ice melted in Antarctica, if the ocean was 200 feet.
Would rise 200 feet. So maybe
Yeah,
like an up arrow. Okay. That's a good
yeah.
one. Good. Okay. And then Raishan, what do you want to put for number 5? What was the last thing you underlined?
And ocean temperatures, some scientists are considered that Antarctica snow and ice might melt.
Concerned is that word. So, and don't forget, before that it says warmer air and ocean
Oh yeah,
temperatures. So, like, if the ocean temperatures, if the temperature, like, it's cold when you get in the ocean, right? If it gets warmer,
yeah,
that makes the ice melt in Antarctica, and then it could make the water level go up higher.
it could.
It could. That's what some scientists believe. I don't know. That's what some scientists believe. So, um, how could you put that in your outline though?
Hmm. How could I put that into my outline?
Yeah, maybe you could do like ocean. Let
Yeah,
me
ocean.
zoom out. Actually, what if we did like water for ocean and then like temp for temperature?
Okay, I'm gonna draw a little pool.
Okay, draw a little pool. Just remember that it's the ocean though, okay?
Okay. Wait, what
And
should I write? On my pool, should I write like a little, should I spell ocean?
no, just remember when you draw that, like see how I drew a little circle with some water in it?
Yeah.
That's my symbol for ocean.
Okay.
And then temp is short for temperature.
Okay.
And then if we do an up arrow, because if it gets warmer, that's what happens. The temperature goes up.
Okay.
Then what did it say after that? If the ocean temperatures, some scientists are concerned that Antarctica's snow and ice might melt. So how could we put that in the outline? We still have room for three more words.
Huh. Um. Um. Antarcticas?
Yeah, I don't know if we need that because we know the whole paper's about Antarctica. So
True.
we can remember that. So who was it that thought that's
Con
concerned?
considered.
It's actually the word is concerned.
Scientists.
Scientists. I think we need both of those words. So you're going to need to write kind of small because it needs to fit. Scientists and concerned. I think both of those are good. And what is it that they're concerned about? What are they worried about?
Um. Warmer air.
And what would happen to the ice?
It it might melt.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we draw a little ice cube again here. Ice, melt. Oops. How's that? Now you got your three words, scientist, concerned, melt. And then you got some symbols around it to help you remember. The last thing we need to do, Aurelia, while he's working on that, is figure out what word you're going to use here when you're introducing the whole topic of ice in Antarctica. What
Cube.
word could we say there?
Oh.
Because your first sentence is going to introduce like about Antarctica.
Um.
What could we say about the ice in Antarctica? And you can look at your paragraph, you might get some ideas there.
A a lot of ice.
A lot, yeah. Um, I know later you use the word covered. Antarctica is what is Antarctica?
Um.
Right here.
Desert, cold desert, a
It
continent.
is. It's a continent. We already mentioned in Aurelio's outline, we already mentioned that it's large and it's a desert, but maybe
Cold,
you could put the word continent here. What do you think about that idea, Aurelio?
cold.
Cold? Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, I think cold would do.
All right, do you guys want to put cold there?
Uh,
Yep, you can put the word cold or continent, something like that. All right. It's time to go, but your job this week is going to use this to write just the first paragraph about the ice in Antarctica, okay?
Okay.
And don't forget about your checklist, Aurelio.
Yeah,
Don't lose this.
putting it in my binder.
Front
Mhm.
pocket, front
Yeah.
pocket. Make sure
Okay.
you do that too, right, Sean? And make sure you do everything on the checklist for the first paragraph.
Okay.
All right, you guys, that's it for today. Good job. I'll see you next week.
See you next.
Bye.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.